Unplug your electric dryer or gas dryer from the wall. The first thing you need to learn to be able to fix your dryer is how to take it apart. To remove the front panel, you will need to remove 4 screws. 2 screws on the door hinges and 2 screws on the opposite side of the door hinges. Then you will lift and remove the door. This is the location of the bottom hooks and the side clips. Disengage the front panel from the side clips and pull it out, and unhook it from the bottom hooks. Now you have access to the heater, thermostats, and thermal fuses. To open the top panel, you will need to remove 2 holding brackets like this one. Now that you know how, remove the 2 holding brackets and open the top panel. Now you have access to the top of the drum in case you need to tighten a loose baffle. To remove the drum support panel, you will need to remove these 4 screws. Take the drum support panel and take it right out. Lean it against the dryer and don't remove any wires if you don't have to. Now you have access to work on any part inside of the dryer. To put the dryer back together, set the drum support panel in place. Make sure you have 2 screws on hand, because once you put it in place you will have to hold it with 2 screws. One on the right hand side and the other on the left hand side. After that, put the other screws and make sure they're tight. Lower the top panel and install the holding brackets. Set the front panel on the bottom hooks, align it, and push in until it snaps in place. Hang the door in place. Screw the 2 hinges screws and the 2 screws on the other side of the hinges. And that was the way you take the dryer apart. You will need to learn how to take it apart and put it back together before you can learn how to do any repairs. Unplug your electric dryer or gas dryer from the wall. The first thing you need to learn before you can fix your dryer is how to take it apart. To remove the front panel, you need to unscrew these 2 holding screws. Then pick up the panel, lift it like the hood of a car, and take it right out. Disconnect the wires from the door switch. Mark the colors of the wires with a magic marker before you take the wires out. After you have marked the wires, go ahead and take them out. Then remove the door. With the front panel removed, you'll be able to check the heating element, gas valve, or the thermostats. To open the top panel, you will need to remove these 2 screws. Use a 3/8 of an inch socket wrench to do that. After removing the screws, you can lift the top panel. Grab it and put it on top of the dryer and lean it against the wall. Make sure the dryer is close to the wall and make sure that the panel is not going to fall down. Now let me show you how to remove the drum support panel. Mark the color of the light bulb wires and remove them. And remove the wires from the holding clip. Remove the 4 screws holding the drum support panel and take it right out. Now you could get access to any parts inside of the dryer. To put the dryer together, install the drum support panel, set it in place, and install the 4 holding screws. Install the wires to the light bulb and set the wires on the holding clip. Lower the top panel and set it in place like this. Then screw in the two holding screws. Now let's install the front panel. Connect the wires to the door switch using the marks that you made in the front panel: blue, gray, and yellow. Grab the front panel and hook the two top clips first. Make sure they hook to the top panel, then let it come down like this, and install the two holding screws. You should learn how to take the dryer apart before you do any repairs. This is how to check to see if the dryer is tumbling or not. Set the timer on the beginning of a cycle. Open the dryer door and activate the door switch by pressing it and holding it in place. Now press the push to start button to start the dryer. If the drum is not tumbling, most likely the problem is the belt. It could be a broken, stretch, or derailed belt. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet and remove the front panel. Remove the broken belt. Remove the wires from the wire holding clip and make sure that the door will not fall down. Disconnect the wires from the inside light socket if you have one. Remove the 4 screws on the drum support panel and remove the panel. Remove the top panel holding screws. Lift the panel and lean it against the wall. Make sure it is secure, because if it falls down it will cause major damage. Place the belt around the drum and make sure to slide it to the back of the drum to the belt mounting groove. Like this. If you have a gas dryer and you can't get behind the dryer to mount the belt, do it from the front like this. Lay down in front of the dryer and stick your hands onto the drum like this. You're going to be mounting the belt without seeing what you're doing, so you're going to have to feel your way around. Grab the belt with the flat surface facing up and put it under the idle pulley wheel, inside of the belt guard and behind the motor pulley. Pull the belt with your left hand, and with your right hand push the idle pulley to release the tension from the spring and set the belt around the motor pulley like this. This is the way that the belt goes around the idle pulley and motor pulley. Use this as a reference. Pull the belt out of the mounting groove and place it in the running position. Turn the drum clockwise until the belt is in the running position. The belt is mounted correctly when you can see the ridges of the belt on top of the drum. Install the drum support panel, lower the top, connect the wires to the light socket, and screw in the holding screws to the top panel. Install the front panel and you're done replacing the belt. Let's say you're going to use the dryer. You set it on the regular cycle. You press the push to start button. The dryer starts, but it seems like it's not tumbling. This is what you need to do to find out if the dryer is tumbling or not. Open the dryer door. Activate the door switch by pushing it with your finger and holding it, and push the start switch. If the motor runs but the dryer doesn't tumble, most likely you have a broken belt, and we will show you how to take care of that next. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet. Make sure your hand don't touch any of the metal prongs on the core plug. If you do so, you could get an electrical shock. Remove the front panel. Remove the broken belt. Remove the two top panel holding brackets and lift the panel. Remove these two holding screws and place a new belt on top of the drum. Pull the drum support panel and insert the belt between the drum and the panel, like this. Screw in the two top holding screws and remove the bottom ones. This is a view of the drum and the drum support panel, and this is where you're going to stick the belt through. Pull the drum support panel and stick the belt under the drum. Tighten all the screws real good. Move the belt to the mark of the old belt and make sure that it's in place. Lay down in front of the dryer and stick one arm through here and the other one through here. Grab the belt with your left hand and with your right hand. Place the belt under the motor pulley like this. Put a little tension and grab the idle pulley with your right hand. Push it and place the belt on top of the idle pulley wheel. Now you're going to keep moving the belt nice and easy for about 1.5 revolution of the drum until the belt aligns in place. The grooves in the belt should be facing the drum. Pull your hands out of the dryer and check the belt to make sure you got it right. If you got it like this is the right way. If it look like this, you got it the wrong way. Bring the top down and secure it with the two holding brackets. Install the front panel and you're done replacing the belt. You should already know how to get to this point. If you don't know how, go back and view the video clip on how to take the dryer apart. Let me show you how to remove and replace the drum support rollers. You will need a pair of C-clip pliers like this one. To remove the bad drum roller, remove the C-clip. Same procedure to replace the roller on the other side.